What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Fandom United. My name is Gio, and this is news recap coming at you from Northern California on this rainy day. We got some controversial news to talk about regarding Warner Brothers. No surprise. Seems like they're always in some sort of controversy every couple of months. We have some exciting news in regards to another Hulk solo movie. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League, of course, and some first reactions to Eternals online. The premiere happened earlier this week, and I'm going to share some of the reactions I pulled from social media. I hope all of you are well out there. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Whether you're tuning in for 10 seconds because you're just curious or 10 minutes, I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Let's get started with let's get the controversial news out of the way once again, guys. It's Warner Brothers, and this time it's on their television front. Former Batwoman actress Ruby Rose has come out and basically exposed the executives of Warner Brothers Television for their unsafe working conditions and the way that they mistreated both the cast and crew. She took to social media. You guys can read about it on Twitter if you're on Twitter or Instagram. Just hashtag Ruby Rose, and you'll find a lot of opinions, coverage. But not only did Ruby Rose call out these individuals, she also showed photos of the injuries that she sustained and the ridiculous expectations of coming back on set and shooting season one of Batwoman while still recovering from injuries and so on and so forth. I've read the whole thing. I find it to be disturbing. You guys who follow my channel, you know that I am very pro artist, whether it's a director, a writer, an actor, an actress, a cinematographer, whatever. Now, there are circumstances, situations where I will side with the studio more than the filmmaker, but this is not one of those um, situations. Okay, this is not the first time we've heard allegations from actors, actresses regarding Warner Brothers. Ray Fisher, big one, big topic, still to this day. Her name is Nadria Tucker. I believe she was involved in Krypton, the sci-fi series. She had her problems with Warner Brothers Television as well, and now Ruby Rose here. And I gotta say, it's disturbing to read it. I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm not gonna recap word for word what she said. You guys can read it online, but once again it goes to show, and there's two sides to every story. Warner Brothers, they're out there saying, she was difficult to work with, and several production assistants have come out and also said she has been difficult, whatnot. But I'm looking at this, and what I look for is patterns. That's what you should be looking for, patterns. Is there a pattern? Well, you have an actor in Ray Fisher who's a part of a big budget production. You have a writer on Krypton who was also done wrong. And now you have an actress for a television show coming out as well. And again, while there are two sides to every story, the bottom line is, while yes, somebody is getting paid a handsome amount to do their dream job, that's not enough. There has to be, and you're seeing it today with today's labor shortage that the states are experiencing here, and I'm sure on a global scale. I'm not up to date with foreign and all that, but people are realizing that they have a choice now. they don't have to put up with toxic environments, toxic work cultures, and whatnot. It's not enough to just pay someone and now you do what I tell you to, no questions asked. That's the old way of doing things. And trust me, I'm a manager. My day job, hotel management. Okay, I'm experiencing the labor shortage. And what do I tell my fellow managers? It's all about treating people with respect, making them feel valued, to go along with pay. And it goes into a lot more than just that. On the flip side, you, for me, I can only I can only support and encourage and recognize so much. Work is work. You gotta still be willing to do the work. But from what I'm reading from Ruby Rose and what she experienced, it's wrong. And if you for a second think that this kind of stuff does not happen in Hollywood, you're being dangerously naive. You think Ruby Rose has as much power as a Scarlett Johansson, who, by the way, is going through her own stuff with Disney, uh, was going through. There was a settlement. She did get paid. Um, but Ruby Rose does not have nearly as much power as a Scarlett Johansson or a Charlize Theron or an Emily Blunt. I believe that studios would take advantage of that and work an individual to the extremes. And hell, even Gal Gadot went through some stuff like that with Josh Whedon and whatnot. So I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just sharing my thoughts. It's fucked up. It really is. It should stop. There should be a level of decency, a level of respect, a level of safe working conditions, especially in today's climate. And this story is far from over. Ruby Rose will clap back. She will respond to these executives who are saying, she was very difficult and whatnot. This is far from over. But I'm curious what you guys think about all of this and whatnot. Leave your thoughts down below. I just wanted to share my opinions. Let's move to some positive news. Let's talk about Eternals. Some reactions are online, and I love what I'm seeing. I'll be honest, Eternals wasn't very high on my list, but you're gonna find out why that's changing after we go through some of these reactions. This first one comes from Eric Davis Fandango. Eric is saying Marvel's hashtag Eternals is spectacularly weird and rich with a new MCU mythology that makes it feel separate from everything else. It's honestly refreshing. There is a bittersweetness to the film that you feel in its sunset shots, a definite Chloe Zhao touch. It is soulful and thoughtful. There's a lot of story to devour in Eternals. It spans thousands of years, but Zhao does a good job balancing it all. Leah McHugh, Brian Tyree Henry, and Kamal Nanjiani were my faves, but everyone is good and they all have fascinating powers. Some truly great character moments too. I love it. Next one from BD, Brandon Davis, comicbook.com. Hashtag Eternals is a whole lot of movie. It's shot with a massive scope, looking visually different and more intimate than anything else Marvel. It has laughs, great surprises, and heart to go with gigantic crowded story it unpacks. Chloe Zhao has a really unique visual stamp. Kumail Nanjiani steals every scene in hashtag Eternals and gives it so much energy and life as hashtag Kingo. Also, especially huge fan of Lauren Ridloff as Macchiari, hashtag Macchiari. I think I said that right. Barry Keoghan as Druig, and Don Lee as Gilgamesh. These names, man. Richard Madden and Gemma Chan really give really strong performances. Sorry, I'm not too good with names. You should know that by now if you watch my channel. Next one, Scott Menzel from We Live Entertainment says Eternals is Marvel's version of Zack Snyder's Justice League, a film that builds upon a cast of unknown characters and does so with great success. Chloe Zhao's direction is superb, easily one of the best looking Marvel films of all time. Insane post-credit scenes too. Oh, we'll get to the post-credit scenes, hashtag Eternals. Last one from Peter Sciretta from Slash Film. Hashtag Eternals is surprising, epic, beautiful, yet dense. It takes some big swings, sometimes feels like a DC film, not a criticism. Other times feels like no other superhero movie ever. I wish I had a glowing, quick reaction to offer you, but I'm left with more complex thoughts. There you have it, guys. Take it for what it is. Obviously, go in and form your own opinions. But man, Eternals is sounding like a real game changer. And Chloe Zhao made this known during her when she was talking up the movie. Her pitch to Kevin Feige involved shots from Denis Villeneuve's movies as a reference to what she wanted to do in Eternals. And the fact that they're referencing Zack Snyder's Justice League, this masterpiece, woo! Eternals, baby. Eternals. And real quick, to the journalists, plural, who decided to spoil the mid-credits scene, I don't know what it is, by the way. But to those journalists, why? Why? You are just part of the perception that many people have about online journalists and how you guys are just sometimes full of shit. And especially if you're doing something like that, spoiling it. Really? Where's the integrity? Where's the honor? Seriously. I mean, just integrity, honor with journalism nowadays. Yeah. Be a part of the solution, not the fucking problem. If I were a journalist and I saw you, I knew who you were, and I saw you at the next premiere, I would literally call your ass out in front of everybody. I don't care. That's not okay. That's not cool. Way to take away the experience and the surprise and the shock from many fans. You're literally given a dream job. Watch a movie, get paid to give your opinion. And that's what you do. And apparently these are huge trades that are doing it. Shame on you. Make me sick. Let's get to some other MCU news. Now, I'm not doing this to like, oh my God, MCU's in trouble. Just giving you an update on some new release dates. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is now releasing May 6, 2022. It has been delayed 6 weeks. Thor Love and Thunder is now releasing July 8th, 2022. That movie's been delayed 9 weeks. Black Panther Wakanda Forever did have Thor Love and Thunder's new release date, but that's been pushed. It's now releasing November 11th, 2022. It's been delayed 4 months. The Marvels, starring Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. Oh my God, I can't remember her name from WandaVision. The lady from WandaVision. My God, what's her name? I can't remember her name. And also Miss Marvel. I totally botched that one. Anyways, The Marvels is releasing early 2023 to be determined. And finally, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania will release July 8th, 2023. It has been delayed 5 months. And so there it is, updates for you. And her name is Teyana Paris, who plays Monica Rambeau. She will also be in the Marvels. My apologies. But there you have it. Some updated release dates from the MCU. These productions aren't exactly in trouble. Nobody's saying that. It's just an update. I will say, though, so now that trailer that was, I think it was called Marvel Celebrates the Movies, that's pretty much irrelevant now because the big takeaway was all these MCU movies coming out with all these release dates, and now it's pretty much irrelevant. It's still a nice trailer to rewatch. You know, it gives you hope and just makes you feel good. But as far as those release dates, it's irrelevant. What may not be irrelevant is this piece of news from GWW, who does have some wins in the scoop column as far as scoops go. They're saying a World War Hulk film is slated to begin production in 2022. There is some weight behind this rumor. Okay, many believe the rights for a Hulk movie have gone back to Disney. They were previously at Universal, which is the reason why we haven't seen a Hulk movie since The Incredible Hulk in 2008. But many believe, and this hasn't been confirmed, that the rights have reverted back and Marvel is wasting no time. They're getting a Hulk movie going. And I will say there are a lot of mystery dates in 2023 and 2024. Untitled Marvel movies. Could be a Hulk movie on the way. Spoiler for Shang-Chi, we did see Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner in the post-credit scene, which lends me to believe he's going to be very involved in Phase 4. He's also said to be appearing in She-Hulk for Disney+. So Marvel, Kevin Feige, they got some plans for Hulk, and about time for a new movie. Also want to take a moment to express my love for The Incredible Hulk. It is still the best version of the Hulk in the MCU, in my opinion. Let's hope Marvel finds a way to bring back more of that Hulk and less of the Professor Hulk, which I get is comic accurate, and the Hulk no more stairs and all that crap. I just get back to Hulk being a badass. Okay, we were robbed of Hulk kicking Thanos' ass, even though he got his ass kicked in Infinity War. I wanted to see that, but obviously that's not happening anymore. Leave us your thoughts on World War Hulk. Do you want to see it? I mean, they kind of did it a little bit in Thor Ragnarok, but if this is in fact happening, oh man, it's going to be huge. Let's go to DC. Let's go back to DC, and let's listen to Jason Momoa talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League and the concept of director's cuts in general and how studios should just let the filmmakers make their movies. Here's Jason Momoa.
Here's the thing. I'm excited for film to just be that way anyways. You know what I mean? I'd rather, listen, you want to make a cut? Because I've made my own films, and you got so many people coming in, and they tamper with it. They think what the audience wants and this and that. It's just like, man, it's so cool that maybe, wherever we're releasing, you get to have that director's cut, and like HBO Max, they support that and get to put out the Snyder Cut. I fought my ass off for that. So that's what I signed up for. Right. The other stuff, it's like, listen, I understand it. We had a huge tragedy that we needed to do, and I'm like, but it's still, I respect Warner's and Zack for everyone coming together, at least letting it see the light of day for the fans. what he intended. I mean, Jesus Christ, the whole Wonder Woman section is better than any Wonder Woman part has ever been. Yeah, the action in that was the best I've ever seen.
How about that?
He's absolutely right about that. Sorry, Wonder Woman 84 fans, but it was Zack Snyder's Justice League that made Wonder Woman stock rise again. Because that movie, even though I'm a defender, it's a fine movie, ultimately a feel-good movie. It did not it hurt the Wonder Woman IP for the franchise. But hey, man, studios out there, let your filmmakers create. I know the executives are all about this. Trust me, the money will come as long as the product is amazing. Okay. We've already talked about this many times on the channels. Whether you're a Zack Snyder or Michael Bay, which, by the way, that trailer for Ambulance, so fucking good. Or a Christopher Nolan and Denis Villeneuve, a Patty Jenkins, or Russo brothers, you hire these filmmakers to make their movies. You hire them because you love what they've done in the past, and you want that for your franchises. What more can be said? Let's listen to the Flash executive producer, Barbara Muschietti, talk about Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton suiting up as their Batmans. Here she is. And why wasn't this included in DC Fandom? I don't know. But here it is, right here on Fandom United.
Amazing to see that both of them, Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton, got quite emotional at coming back once they were with us, right? And they got to put on the cowl and the cape. I think they both, felt the small joy that comes with playing that character back, and had fun with it. So it was a great experience.
And we just heard Ben Affleck last week on the channel say he had a really nice time playing Batman in The Flash. Certainly a lot better than his previous experience. But let me tell you guys again, Ben Affleck is not done playing Batman after The Flash. I know a lot of people are pushing that narrative, oh, they're going to kill him off and this and that. I'm saying it right now. He's going to be in the Batgirl movie. They're going to use him sparingly. He's not getting any younger. But you bring back J.K. Simmons, Commissioner Gordon. Who's the Batman in J.K. Simmons' universe where he is Commissioner Gordon? It's Ben Affleck. The directors of Batgirl, Adi and Bilal, have said Batman will make an appearance in the movie. They didn't confirm which one. I was expecting them to do it at DC Fandom, but they didn't. And again, Michael Keaton. I mean, to be on set, I've said this before, to be on set the day Michael Keaton walks on as Batman in costume had to just be, I mean, that's the kind of shit that I know if I were on set, I would have had to sign an NDA. But I'm pulling out my phone and I'm getting an image of that or a video for myself. And I'll sign whatever documents I need to sign. I just want that moment. But I can imagine how it felt for Michael Keaton. He thought he would never be Batman again. But these studios are finding a way, like Marvel is with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and Spider-Man No Way Home. They're finding a way to bring them back and the story to make sense. I can't wait for the Flash movie. I understand the DC Fandom panels didn't exactly wow many people, but this will be a huge movie and one that will shift the DC universe going forward. Leave me your thoughts on the Flash. Finally, we're going to talk about some other news outside of comic book movies. This one's a little exciting, tiny bit controversial. Mel Gibson has officially joined the Continental, which is the John Wick spinoff, a limited series 3-night special event produced by Lionsgate Television and for Stars, the channel. Apparently, his character will be a character named Cormac, and as a reminder, the series will focus on 1975 New York City. A young Winston Scott, who in the movies is played by Ian McShane. And hey, when you bring Mel Gibson on, you know he's going to bring it. He's going to bring a level of intensity, a level of action and acting and gravitas. Say what you will about Mel Gibson as a person, as an artist, this guy is just one of the greatest. And the fact that he is going to be in the Continental gets me more excited for that series. I wish it were a movie, but I'll take a limited series. Now that you have Mel Gibson, damn, give him a gun, let him do some John Wick action. You know he still got it. Very exciting stuff. But that's going to do it, guys. That's it for news recap for October 21st. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave your thoughts. I appreciate you guys, all of you, once again. These videos are fun. I enjoy the conversations, and I appreciate the thumbs up. Once again, my thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Until next time, you guys take care.